Hey guys, it is Ron here with another information-filled video for you guys. For today, we have news on the housing market, state mandates that may affect you, $500 monthly payments, and an update regarding President Biden. Now, before we get to that, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell, and leave a like and comment down below. Are you guys ready? Here we go. Are you looking to buy a home? Continue watching because this is for you. In 2 years of the pandemic, the pricing for housing has gone up. Now, if you think about it, houses and land are commodities that rarely lose value. Within the pandemic, the median price for American homes has gone up 20% in value. But what's happening? It's simple economics, really. The demand for homes or owning one is high, while the supply is fairly low. In 2021, 6 million homes were sold, but it's been about 15 years since numbers have been that high. So what's the problem, right? Well, the supply is the problem, or at least one of the problems. Low housing numbers have forced would-be homebuyers to rent until they find a home that's suitable for them. Now, the issue is for sure to be even more apparent as time goes on, and will make it harder and harder for first-time homebuyers to find their home sweet home. Mark Zandi, chief economist at Moody's Analytics, said that, quote, first-time homebuyers, they're going to find it very difficult to get a home in the next 2-3 years. End quote. Now, if you also take into account that these people will then have to pay rent, which in turn cuts into their savings and will further hinder their capacity in savings for a down payment to buy a home in their future of their own, if you look at it, you'd have to earn a lot to even begin considering buying a home. And with this trend, most of us will have to play catch up for years. Unless, of course, we start making a whole lot of money. Ralph McLaughlin, the chief economist at Kuklin, said that, quote, as a housing economist, it's kind of depressing to think that there may not be an undoing of the hardships that have been brought upon young households trying to get their foot in the door of the housing market, end quote. The pandemic really did a number on the housing market. Hopefully it doesn't take too much time for homeowner aspirants to catch up soon. In Florida, schools are no longer allowing excused absences for students who stay home due to the virus concerns. The announcement comes from Orange County Public Schools, an effort to lessen the strain on teachers and their struggle with assignment management and high student absentees in class.
Parents, Orange County Public School, guess what? 2 more days. By now, you should have registered for the Family Academy. You should have registered. We want you online January 29th, 9 o'clock a.m. If you haven't registered, hey, what are you waiting for? This is going to be the best conference for parents in the whole state of Florida. So we want to see you January 29th, 9 o'clock a.m. I'm going to keynote. I'm going to be talking about creating powerful parents, what parents need to know today more than ever before, because it's time to unlock your children's potential so they can reach their destiny. Trust me, you don't want to miss this session.
Now, this will take effect at the end of this month. Parents who don't feel comfortable about this, they're still given the option to homeschool. The school provides a website where students can register if any of their children are exhibiting signs of the virus, and they are also encouraged to stay home and recover. And while this is just starting with this specific school, do you see this becoming implemented in other schools as well? Let me know what you guys are thinking down in the comments. Justice Stephen Breyer, age 83, he's the oldest member of the Supreme Court.
ABC News has learned that Stephen G. Breyer will step down as a justice on the U.S. Supreme Court at the end of his current term. That's according to sources close to the justice. The 83-year-old is the oldest justice on the conservative 6-3 court. He's also the most senior member of its liberal wing, appointed by President Bill Clinton and has served since 1994. In the past year, progressive activists and some Democratic members of Congress have called upon Breyer to resign to make way for a new Biden nominee while Democrats control the Senate. We want to go right now to Justice correspondent Pete Williams, who's breaking this news for us. Pete, what do you know?
Well, according to people who are familiar with the justice's thinking, and we should clarify, we have not heard from Justice Breyer directly, but according to people that he has talked to, he's made this decision within the past couple of weeks to step down and has told the White House they're fully prepared now to take the next steps that will follow. And as you said, Lester, he has been repeatedly urged during the past term to step down while Democrats control both the White House and the Senate, so that his nominee can be confirmed while the Democrats are still in control to maintain the current 6-3 split on the court, 6 conservatives to 3 liberals, and that's what his retirement would do. Now, according to the people we have talked to, several officials who are familiar with his thinking, his intention is to retire at the end of this term. Sometimes when justices step down, they say they will retire at the point where their successor is confirmed. But apparently what Justice Breyer has decided to do, according to people who are familiar with his thinking, is that he would step down at the end of this contentious term, which of course will be dominated by the issue of abortion, with the question of Roe v. Wade very much before the court, gun rights, religious freedom, and many other hot-button issues in this current term. So it will still be a barn burner of a term for the justice.
He has also decided to retire after 27 long years of serving. Now, with this move, though, all eyes are on President Joe Biden. Now, if you guys remember, part of his campaign trail when he was running for president was that the promise was to place the first black woman into the Supreme Court. Now, one of the people pushing for this and basically reminding the president is Senator Patty Murray. Quote, "In the wake of Justice Breyer's retirement, I want to voice my support for President Joe Biden in his pledge to nominate the first black woman to the Supreme Court. The court should reflect the diversity of our country, and it is unacceptable that we have never in our nation's history had a black woman sit on the Supreme Court of the United States. I want to change that." End quote. President Biden on multiple occasions vowed this action within his campaign trail, and if his Twitter is any indication, it seems as though he will see his word through with this one. Quote, "The person I nominate to replace Justice Breyer will be someone with extraordinary qualifications, character, experience, and integrity, and they will be the first black woman nominated to the United States Supreme Court." End quote. There you go. Can't be any clearer than that. Now the question though is who? Who will be appointed by President Biden? Among the likely contenders would be Leonda Kruger and Ketanji Brown Jackson. Jackson was nominated by the president to the U.S. Circuit Court and was confirmed by the Senate last June. Kruger is an American judge who is an associate justice of the Supreme Court of California. Now this is a developing story, but it's pretty clear that President Biden wants representation in the Supreme Court for black women, so it's just a matter of time. And last on today's news, are you from Atlanta, Georgia? Are you at least 18 years old and have an income that's 200% below the federal poverty line? By the way, the federal poverty line is $55,000 for a family of 4. Now, if you answered yes to all of those questions, then I have some good news for you. You are eligible to hopefully receive $500 a month for 1 year. The project is called IMPACT, or Income Mobility Program for Atlanta Community Transformation. The assistance will benefit 300 people and will be provided for 12 whole months. You will need to apply for the benefits though, and there's 3 groups you may be put into: intervention, control, or non-participants group. Those who are placed into the non-participants group will not receive any monthly payments, unfortunately. Those in the control group will be invited to complete a survey twice for 2022 and will be provided a $30 gift card if they finish them. Now the last group, the intervention group, will be the group of individuals who may opt to receive $500 per month for 12 months. Now, if you happen to belong to this group, you may also take part in the survey twice a year to get that $30 gift card as well. I'll be dropping a link in the description down below in case you guys want to follow up on that. So best head over to the website to try and apply. Every little bit helps, right? Now, aside from this assistance, the state of Georgia is also giving out $850 to black women monthly. Now, the program called In Her Hands hopes to provide guaranteed income for black women in the state. The target demographic would be those who live in Atlanta's Old Fourth Ward, the neighborhood where MLK or Martin Luther King Jr. grew up. Now, this is great news for those who really need a little bit of boost during these times. Time really does fly nowadays, right? I really hope that you guys learned a lot from today's video, and I hope that the information that we shared will help some of you guys throughout this pandemic. Now, if you like this video, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. We're inching toward our subscriber goal, and we want to make sure that you guys are along for the ride. Now, until the next video, this is Ron. Take care.